I mean, I wouldn't want to like make love to a horse's ass, but they are very cut. They're round. They're muscular. I mean, we all wish we were sort of like, you know, built like horses. Sagittarius. I don't know. Sagittarius linked up with somebody, but you know. So I'm not really sure. I mean, maybe Tom Hanks shouldn't be insulting anybody. Maybe you should just say, I wear a mask, or lead by example and shut the fuck up. All right, that's my time, everybody. I'm going to kick it back over to Anne. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I like the way we're like clapping and Brooke's like, yeah, and then he's on. Sorry. Okay, cool. Nicely done. Short and sweet. Cool. Yeah, what is going on with the world? What is going on? Has anyone seen their family lately? Like, has anyone, like, this has been quite a while since, I mean, obviously, Sammy's got new little boy.
What is a family?
Pardon?
3,200 kilometers away from him. How can I see
What
him?
is a family nowadays?
That's a good question. Has anyone seen those people that you knew, like, a few months ago? I don't know, I kind of like, I miss my dad a little bit, and I miss like going home, and you know, every Sunday when he's there, because he's a vicar, he likes to say, you know, I'll do grace, which is quite sad really, because I've never met her. But and he's yeah, he was a little, we were talking the other day, and he's a bit nervous about the fact that the churches are opening similar time to the pubs. And I was like, Dad, you're going to be fine. Everyone can go to the pub first and then go to church, ask for forgiveness, and have the dog. So I think it works out quite nice. I don't know what God's been doing through lockdown. What has he been doing? He's going to be a busy man when the church is open, I'll tell you that. I reckon he's getting out, having some MDMA, who knows, and saying that this is for heaven. So he's got work to do. Okay, cool. Let's carry on swiftly to our next lovely act. Let's do the round of applause to introduce our next act. That's so weird doing that. Where is he? Keep going, guys. I like it. I like the sound of this. Ooh, yes.
Everyone. Hello. Yeah. So your boy has autism. You know what autism is, right? If you don't, I got diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, and it's basically just social anxiety with no free parking. People usually ask me one or two things when they first meet me. Are like, "Wow, you must have a bright future in the tech industry or the sciences." I do not. Or two. Would I be described on the American news as the lone gunman with known mental health issues? Yeah, it's very weird because like you only see one or two sort of variations of autism portrayed in media. The sort of like Rain Man kind of human computer, like I can calculate the meaning of the universe in 4 seconds, or the other kind which is like, yeah, if you didn't want me to drink shower gel, you wouldn't make it smell so good. Yeah, I googled like the last 5 or 6 of the school shooter dudes, and between them and Mark Zuckerberg, I don't know who's more inherently dislikable. I mean, I've had like many social. I've had many social faux pas in my lifetime because I only have about 2 or 3 facial expressions, and I refuse to pay for the expansion pack. But I've never forgotten how to drink water in public. Like, you know, he did in the Senate hearing, just like, it's a human liquid, and I will ingest the human liquid. It's weird, you know, nipples, totally inappropriate for Facebook, but ISIS execution videos, apparently totally fine. I'm a bit of a hipster about terrorism, I suppose. You know, if you like the IRA so much, name me 3 of their albums. Live in Brighton doesn't count. But yeah, I know it's probably wrong to have a list of terrorists, but if I had to name my favourite, I suppose I can put a gun to my head, I'd have to say it's Jihadi John, because his backstory was absolutely hilarious. You know, Jihadi John used to be a bouncy castle salesman before he became a terrorist. You know, you start from a career blowing up buildings, and then you transition career blowing up buildings. And I never really understood the appeal of ISIS. I'm more in kind of the incel demographic. I look like I've just released a manifesto, and tomorrow I'm going to take 8 to 12 student nurses with me. I feel a bit like people have stolen my thunder, because I've been trying to give nurses the clap for years, and I've never gotten any credit. Yeah. And I never understood the appeal of ISIS, but then I saw that a couple had a gender reveal party for their pet fucking ferret, and then I just, you know, Death to the West doesn't seem so bad after that. How long have I got, Anna?
How are you feeling? Do you want to do another minute? Are you good with that? A couple more minutes.
Oh, excellent. So I also have something called bipolar. So you asked me how I feel about it now. I feel great, but in a few months you may get an entirely different response. But I had this one manic episode where for a few days at Download Festival, I thought I was Poseidon. I'm not Poseidon, I'm Aaron, but if you ask nicely enough, I will poke you with my trident. Boom. It's nice to add a bit of sex appeal to the stream, obviously, even though I look like a golf ball with pubic hair attached to it. I think I fit the description of about 60% of serial killers. White, unassuming, keeps to himself. I look like how shredded wheat tastes, if I'm honest. But yeah, I was, you know, I was up thinking I was Poseidon, but then I came back down to earth when I realised that why would the omnipotent god of the sea choose to look like the assistant manager of a Curry's PC World? Radio Shack for our American friends. But I'm pretty stable now, and I've got other hobbies. Fortunately, thankfully, I'm in my natural habitat at the moment at home, and my sort of autistic nature reserve. But I was taking up dogging with my partner, and you know, she's a bit of a feeder. She likes to please people, and she's like, "Bring a quiche to the dogging site. You know, bring a quiche." I went, "Oh, can we bring a quiche? Why would we bring a quiche?" She was like, "Oh, well, maybe Mexican food." And I was like, "Well, no, not Mexican food. A few of these people definitely have irritable bowel syndrome. We don't want to turn this Morrison's car park into a course of tough mudder."
God damn it.
One of my people often ask me about my sort of disabled idols. One of my favourite being Stephen Hawking, because, you know, he can only move one muscle in his body, and yet he still managed to go out there and have all of those affairs with his carers. He must have found the Konami code for the clitoris. But my main dream was to get as good as IT to hijack his voice box while he was still alive, and just have him, you know, when he was giving one of his speeches about time and that, have him just go, "Push me, and then just touch until I get my satisfaction." Right, thank you for having me. I've really enjoyed the sets tonight. Stay safe and stay hydrated. Take care.
Brilliant, brilliant. I like your microphone there, Aaron. It's very cool. Yeah. I invested in earphones and mic. He's not here yet. Good.
Maybe you can get a discount.
What's everyone's like a biggest achievement through lockdowns? And anything specific anyone's felt like, you know, learning chess for me a little bit. Anyone else? And I read a book they really liked, or good. What?
I learned Spanish.
Wow. How's that going?
It's going pretty well. I'm just finishing the current series of Narcos and moving on to season 2. So
Come here. Okay, good.
hola pendejo.
Hey, vato. Check out my logo.
Well, Duolingo doesn't.
Loco on the cabeza. Hey, come
Hello
on.
loco. The water. Where's the bottle, you pendejo?
Oh.
Puta.
Puta, that sounds more like French.
Puta la madre.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, guys. Anyway, nice Spanish. I think one of my biggest achievements is the fact that I've had the same phone for the whole time of lockdown. Really proud about that. So yeah, it's really cool. I don't know about you, like when I go out with my phone and if I drop my phone, for example, the way people react in public is as if, you know, you just dropped a baby or something. Strangers give a shit, you know, they're like, oh my God, you just dropped this thing. Is it breathing? Is it okay? Is it? It's a phone, but I do get it. They are quite similar. I mean, they're both expensive. I can imagine one. You've got one, you can't imagine life without one. Stressful. Also, teenagers shouldn't have them. By the way, warning, both left in water too long, they will both die. How to avoid it? I don't know, actually. I've never put a baby in rice. Out of my little phone. Good. On that note, we have one more act. She's lovely, and I cannot wait. So, if we can have a nice warm round of applause for our final act, Vix Jayne Leyton.
Manage your expectations, please. That's a bit too much hype for streamed comedy from me. Yeah, it's funny we've talked about poo a lot tonight, but probably my dad's best piece of advice he ever gave me was to poo at work, because you get the satisfaction of it being paid for your boss. It's a Skype and you don't have to buy toilet roll. Like, genuinely, that's not even a joke, that's just information about my dad. He's a savvy man. Papa Leyton. Also do anything for a free thing though. So he once test drove a car he had no intention of buying to get a free copy of Marley and Me. And he doesn't even like it. This isn't even my set, by the way. This has just sparked up a chain of traumatic memories about my childhood. It's a funny thing, this lockdown, because it's July now and it was just March. Like in my mind, it's March, which is problematic. And what that means is I've lost 5 months of my life. And it's my birthday coming up. And like, these could have been the best months of my 35th year. Because 35, I found absolutely brutal as an age. I thought it would be 30. I was kind of comfortable with 30. There's a tote bag for that. There's merchandise, a slogan, flirty at 30. There's nothing for 35 and 36. Like, that is shit. You don't get a glass of milk for that. It's just not a thing. So you learn a few things when you're 35. I learned, before everybody else, you could break a rib just from coughing. That's the thing. 10-year-old. Yeah, I was an early adopter of that before COVID came around. I was coughing first, guys. That was me. I wasn't patient zero, though. Yeah, I learned that my Facebook ads have changed beyond recognition. They used to be quite like sexy, like fun, lingerie, holidays away. Now it's barren. Is that like loads of like? I got invited to an egg party the other day. I clicked through. It doesn't look like a party I want to be at. It was just like sad women that don't want kids. I've got two sons, actually. They're 10 months and 4. They're cats. When my mum's been telling me, she's been telling me for years, why don't you give it a try, kids? You might. I think about you, that feels like a big gamble to make a decision on. Like, by the time a dress arrives from boohoo.com, I don't like it anymore. Anything intense, why I'm not suitable for motherhood. The other day, the cat did a shit so bad in the litter tray that I was sick into it. It's efficient, isn't it? But it's not nice. So, I just don't think that's for me, really. But yeah, I'm disappointed with my Facebook adverts changing, but I have done a lot. They've changed me on recognition now. Done a lot of shopping in lockdown, drunk shopping. I will click on Wish ads now just to see what will happen. It's like human teeth. Yeah. Plastic pants for a dog. Don't even have a dog. Yeah. Because basically, I buy stuff drunk and treat them like scratch cards because it's so cheap. I don't really understand the exchange rate of dollars to pounds. So for me, it looks so cheap. It's like if it doesn't turn up, I just lost at the scratch card. But if it does turn up and it's good, I feel like an absolute winner. So I think we could all feel better about ourselves if we treat our online purchases in that manner. But the trouble is as well, I've got a bit nervous about doing stuff I used to do in lockdown. So going outside, like remembering to take my keys because there's doors that I can't open automatically. Like that's going to be weird to get used to. But I went on a train in my little mask a couple of weeks ago, and I'm not the only person struggling with how to readjust to being a normal human being outside, because I was on the train. I was quite late at night. I was watching RuPaul's Drag Race. This will become relevant later. So I became aware on this train journey that a guy had got in my carriage. Now there was no one on this train whatsoever. It was an empty train. So I was a bit like, oh really? I'm like a lightning rod for weird people. So it was like, it felt inevitable, but it was like, never mind, it's fine. He's got loads of seats to choose from. Obviously sits down, socially distanced slightly, but one seat away from me. And we both realise that I'm watching RuPaul's Drag Race at the same time, but he doesn't know what it is. Now, for the people that don't know, it's all about men dressing up as women and doing it very authentically. Now, a lot of it is zooming in on the crotches of these men dressed as women, but that's to demonstrate the craft of a tight tuck. It's not porn. And I realised this as he was getting it. I was like, this doesn't look good for me. I thought I could change it, but then it'll look even more like porn. I've got to own this. I've got to own watching this. I'm just going to, mind my own business, have it there, have my mask on, looking all mysterious. Does this thing. I was like, oh, no, it's going to try and speak to me. And I just carried on watching the crotches on the phone. And it's like, the hand comes over and I get poked. One headphone comes out, which indicates I'm not interested in conversation as far as I'm concerned. A polite headphone, a distance away, like you're ready to pop it back in at any point. This normally works. And he says to me, can I ask you a question? He already had, hadn't he? That was his question. But no, that was his question. It was like, so I did that because, we love a laugh, don't we? And we're desperate for audience. So instead of just telling him to fuck off, which I should have done, I went, you already did, didn't you? He didn't even laugh, which was brilliant. And he's like, what would you say if I offered to massage your feet?
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was like, well, I would say a hard no. And he was like, why would no be hard? And I was like, I've dug a hole for myself here. But,
oh God.
Like, why couldn't it be a soft no? I was like, I don't know, the N is got a hard sound? No. And he's like, but you don't even know me. I was like, that's relevant to this conversation. You do a few things, don't you? So I looked at my feet and I thought, well, it is a peep toe. Were they asking for it? Like, I wonder, but it wasn't painted. So I was like, well, one toe was painted because it was a shoe that I thought, I have 5 toes, this is how lazy I am. I painted one toenail that could be seen. And it was like another little toenail peeping out. I also, if there's a little bit of wrapper on a sweet, I'll eat it. That's amazing. So yeah, I looked at my feet. I thought, were my feet asking for it? And no, as far as I was concerned, they weren't. And he's like, but I'm a nice guy, and I'm doing this to make you feel comfortable because you're a woman alone on a train late at night. Now, guys, this isn't even a joke. Don't do that. And I think, because obviously comedy has been quite tough recently. There's a lot of conversations about people who don't know which are the social line. I guess for you guys, and for me, I've been telling this story for a while, it's a funny joke. But for me, all these things are going through my head. Like, one thing that constantly goes through my head when I'm a woman on my own is, if something were to happen to me, would my mum pick the right photo of me as a child for the news? It shouldn't be the main concern when a man's like gesturing to touch your feet, but that literally came into my head. It was like, does my mum know the photo I would want to be remembered by? But all these weird things come into your head, and it was just horrible. But this guy genuinely thought we're having a lovely chat. He was completely not aware. I was like looking at cameras. I was like trying to make a decision on like, could I run away? Could I ring someone? And I was like, because you have to keep the conversation going. Because I didn't want to offend him, but I also didn't want him to think that I wanted him to touch my feet. And there was a moment where I thought, I suppose I could let him. I wouldn't enjoy it. The awkward chat would be over, wouldn't it? It would be done with. And it's just one of those weird things that, again, like the things that you should be thinking about, where are the exits? How can I call for help? The fact that the first thing I thought of was, what would my crime scene photo look like? Who would play me in a reenactment? And the second thing was, at least I can get a joke out of this. That I have been on my own for too long. So, part of the story is, don't touch people's feet with or without consent. Don't talk to girls on trains. Sit somewhere else. So, yeah, that wasn't even a joke. That was just an educational talk from me, Vix Leyton. Thank you so much for having me. You guys have been there.
Vix Leyton.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah, no, Vix. So you're on Wish, aren't you?
I love a wish. Yeah.
And is it Wish? You can see on Facebook. I think it's the same one. They sell really weird stuff on it.
You can buy like a wedding dress, human teeth, nappies for adults, and they're all somehow $5. It's amazing. And I don't know if you've seen these as well. It's incredible. Like they sell tea kind of trays for ladies. So yeah. Yes. What the fuck are they? I kind of want to buy one. I want to know.
Yeah. I mean, can you just imagine putting that in your handbag and pulling it out in the bar or something? Like, so I'm just going to a campsite and just pulling it out.
You don't have to imagine it now, Anna. You just go over to London Fields because all bets are off because all the public toilets are closed because it's not safe for us to pee in the same place. People are feral. Apparently people are shitting into like burger boxes and just on the beach. I mean, I've got no issue with that resourcefulness necessarily, not per se. Take that with you. Literally take that shit with you. What's wrong with people?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. And they're getting eventful, but the thing is, like with the whole pubs, like, are all of them going to open or not? I mean, I kind of want all of them to open just so I can pop in and go to the toilet, you know? Yeah. Now I'm like, oh, shit, man.
I'm going to use so many squares of toilet roll. Like, I'm going to go fucking mad. As soon as I get people, you are not going to hold me back. You will not hold me down.
Yeah. Good, amazing, cool. So guys,
wow, we're all acting like we don't have toilets in our own houses.
I like it.
I use the neighbours.
Live a little. Right, you flush.
So, guys, that is our sort of like fun of frenzy. We are going to stick around if you want to have a good chat and banter, but won't be offended if you go. I just want to say firstly, thank you so much to our lovely acts for coming on board. Semi Senna. So we can have a round of applause for and Vix Jayne Leyton. Woo! Thanks, guys.
Can't clap myself.
Yeah, no, go for it. And around, chat if you like. Keep talking about toilets because it seems to be quite a main topic at the moment. Yeah, so if anyone wants to share anything, but just to let you know, I won't be offended if you do need to leave because obviously this is kind of chat, just in case.
Can anyone see me?
Well, no.
You know why?
Are you in the toilet?
This is my true colour. I'm showing you my true self.
Oh, beautiful.
Feel my essence.
I know. Thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm gonna leave now. God bless you all, and you'll see me around soon. Yeah?
Cool, lovely. Thank you.
In a bit, Sam.
What I want to know is, was the weird train footman Quentin Tarantino by any chance?
Sadly not. I probably would have let him if he was, just in case. He could just retweet one of my sets, make me famous. I could out him as the sex pest that he clearly is, get more famous, also do good thing for women. So, but no, he's just a garden variety asshole.
That's very astute. I admire that forward planning.
You've got to, and that's the thing. That's the moral of the set, isn't it? It's just one thing that happened to me that I made funny, but it's not very funny. And I was like, I can't even tell anyone. What do you do? Ring the police and go, there's a man offering to touch feet, and I'm not okay with it. But I did run away when I got off at my station. So
what if he was a podiatrist who's lost his job and he's just missing it?
Oh, well, you should maybe think of phrasing it differently. Maybe don't open with that.
You might
Hand you a business card. Here,
He might
I'm a
be.
podiatrist.
He might be like an amateur podiatrist, and he's just wanting to. He
Wait,
hasn't got anyone
hold
to
on.
That's
practice
called
on.
someone with a foot
stop,
fetish.
wait, hold on. I'd just like to point out that must have been very scary and uncomfortable for you. And I'm not going to make excuses for this man's disgusting behavior.
Good. This is what we need. We just need everybody to be a good person on the train and just sit far away so everyone feels safe. It's the best.
Exactly. Let's not make excuses for this weirdo.
Yeah.
I'm not condoning him. I'm just saying.
No, you're saying he's some sort of podiatrist and he misses his job, and he's clearly violating this young girl's feet.
Yeah. Don't give him a sad backstory, Chris.
Exactly.
You're
sympathizing with the aggressor, not the victim.
We will have you cancelled.
Exactly. Who is this guy? Is this guy a comedian? We need to put this on Comedy Forum.
Chris, let me make it clear.
Comedy Collective.
Let me just make it clear. I'm not in favour of amateur podiatry.